Hello designers, you're welcome to another tutorial. In this tutorial, I'm going to be cutting my sleeveless dress. I'll be using this bodice pattern. I already made a video on how to make a bodice pattern. So to make this tutorial very fast, I always have all these patterns available instead of drawing the lines afresh. So I'm going to have to fold this fabric into four. So I have two for the front and then I have the other two for the back. So I'm cutting front and back together basically, and they are both on fold. I'm going to place my paper pattern on the fabric and I'm going to pin it down. The full length of my gown is around 59-60, so I'm using the full length of this fabric from this selvage to the other selvage is around 60 inches, so I'm using that full length for my gown. I'm going to be drawing the seam allowances on the fabric. So on the neckline, I have half-inch seam allowance, on the shoulder half-inch seam allowance, the armhole half-inch seam allowance. Then by the side, I'm going to have about 2 inches side seam because I don't want the gown to be fitted. So whatever I have around the bust here, I'm going to check it. I'll measure it. Let's assume I have 12 inches. I'm going to measure that 12 inches from the bust all the way down to the hem. So it's a straight gown. So that is why I'm doing it that way. And I'll make sure that whatever measurement I'm doing here will size my bust, it will size my waist, and it will size my hip. So if your hip is the biggest measurement, the circumference of your hip, if it's bigger than the circumference of your bust, you're going to use your hip measurement for this. So use your hip measurement all the way down so that I can size you and so that I can be free. So I'm going to remove my pattern and I'm going to cut it out. That neckline I have there is for the back. So it's around 1.5 or 2 inches neck depth. So I'm going to cut the back neckline when I'm cutting it. And then for the front, so I'm using 6 inches as my neck depth for the front. You can make yours longer or smaller or shorter. So I'm going to cut the two for this back neck depth. I'm going to cut the two. The upper fabric, I'll raise it up and then cut the neckline for the front. Remember not to cut the two fabrics, just raise the one at the top here and cut the neckline. As you can see, my back neckline is still intact. I only cut the front one. I'm going to go ahead to cut the remaining part of the fabric. If you're working with a soft fabric like mine, please go ahead to pin your fabric all the way down. So in your case, you might have to measure your dress length and add your hem allowance to it. But I'm using the full length of the fabric, so that is why I'm not measuring dress length. So now I'm going to measure 1 inch on the shoulder and I'll connect it back into the midpoint of the armhole. I'm going to remove 1 inch from the shoulder because it's sleeveless. I don't want it to fall on the shoulder blade. I want it to come in a bit. So I'm going to cut off 1 inch from the shoulder into the armhole, gently into the armhole. You are not increasing the armhole. So I've done that for the front and for the back. I went ahead to do this circle cutout design on my um dress. If you want to learn it, the video before this one, you're going to find the tutorial for this circle cutout design. So kindly check it out if you want to do yours on your fabric. So I did the design on the front piece and on the back piece. So if you like it and you want to try it out, please check out the tutorial before this one. It's on my channel. I'll also link it in the description box below. So I'm going to place the back piece on the front piece, right sides facing each other. Then to start joining, I'm going to sew the two shoulders. I'll be using 1/2 inch, and then I'm going to sew the side. I'll be using 1 inch to sew the two sides. Then I'm going to hem it. Because I have selvage here, I'm just going to fold once to hem it. I won't fold twice to hem it. So depending on what you have at your hem, you will know whether to fold twice or to fold once. So I'll take it to the machine and then I'll go and join. I'm going to use bias for the neckline after joining the shoulder, and then I'll also bias the armhole after joining the two sides of the dress. So here I'm joining the shoulders. Then after joining the two shoulders, I'll join the two sides of the dress of the gown, as I said earlier. So just watch what I'm doing. Then after that, I'll fold the hem, and then I'll put bias on the neckline and the armholes. So I'm placing the bias on the right side of the fabric. I'll sew the edge of the bias, then flip it to the wrong side of the fabric and sew the edge. So the bias is concealed inside the fabric. It won't be showing on the outside. So this is the final look of the gown. Thanks for watching. Please kindly like, share, comment and subscribe. Hit the subscribe button please and click the notification bell. Thank you.